And hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica, known as Data Geek is my name. In the last video, we installed PostgreSQL and pgadmin. And in today's video, we're going to connect our PostgreSQL database to Power BI and start building real dashboards using real data. This is how data analysts do it in the real world. Database in the front end and Power BI on the back end. So don't worry, I'll explain to you step by step through this whole process, even if you're a beginner. So if you are ready, let's jump into Power BI and get started. Before we click anything, let's quickly understand what we're connecting. So in PostgreSQL is where our data lives. We have our rows, our columns, tables. Power BI does not replace the database. Power BI reads from the database and turns that data into reports and dashboards. So today we're creating a secure connection between Power BI and PostgreSQL, nothing more. Before you connect, make sure you have 4 things ready. Make sure you have PostgreSQL installed, pgadmin working, a database already created, and a table with data inside it. If you followed episode 1, you already have all this. If not, I'll link that episode 1 in the description below. So now let's open up Power BI. So this is Power BI Desktop. I also have a video on how to download Power BI for free. I will link that in the description below. So open up the Home tab and click Get Data. In the search bar, search for PostgreSQL. Here on the right side it says PostgreSQL database. That's the database we will be connecting to. They have a lot of other databases you can connect to, but in this video we're connecting to PostgreSQL database. Click that and click Connect. Now in the server, I will type localhost. For the database, I'll enter the database we created earlier, which is store_performance_db. And next, data connectivity mode, make sure it's import. And click OK. Now this is exactly where you want to be. In the navigator, it's showing you your database table. And it's saying public.store_performance. I want to click that. So if it had other tables, it would list them here. We only have one table in pgadmin. Select it. Here it shows your data on the right side. That looks correct. Now you can load, but in this case, I want to transform my data because we are going to do a quick overview of cleaning the data. So instead of just loading it in, I want to transform the data. So click that. And it opens a Power Query editor, which Power Query, you're able to clean your data. So under the Home tab, you can see there is a refresh button that you can utilize. You can also choose columns, remove columns, keep rows or remove rows, split. Also here on the top under transform, make sure use first row as headers is selected. Otherwise, it will look like this, column 1, column 2, column 3, and then your headers will be in row 1. So we want this row here to be on top. So make sure that is selected. So use first row as headers. And now in the transform tab, we have that same button here, use first row as headers. You can select it there as well. You can rename columns, split columns. You can also run R or Python, but that's more advanced. Also the Add Column tab. You can add columns to the data. Like for example, a custom column. So this is custom column is kind of similar to an Excel formula. So say for example, you want to pull a month out of a date. You can add a column and customize it to get the month from this date. These are all good, quick and easy ways to manipulate your data. Another way to change the name of your columns, you can double click into a column header, and it's real easy to change and write up text. Also, next to date has a little calendar. So those are your data types. So each one of these column headers have that. So date of week has ABC, store ID has 1, 2, 3. So if you click on any of those, like for example, I'm going to click on this ABC, and it gives you a list of data types. So 1.2 is a decimal number. The $ is a fixed decimal number. 1, 2, 3 is a whole number. And then there's a percentage, the date, time, so on. This is how you change your column data types. So it's always good practice to look at those and make sure they are in the correct data type. Scrolling to your right side, especially your transaction numbers. So right now they're at whole numbers, but you can change them to fixed decimal numbers. Change column type, so it gives you a warning, but yes, replace current. Also units sold to fixed decimal number. So changing all these. And since you made those changes to the data types, you will now see here on your right side all of those changes. So here I demoted the headers, which I was showing on screen how it worked. So the columns went to column 1, 2, 3, so on. So we're going to go ahead and delete that one. We don't need that step. Then we changed data types. It says here column 1 header was not found. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete those two there. Change type and promote headers. And just keep it where it shows the fresh, which is the navigation, the fresh data, and then we change the data type. So those are the only two that we need. Depending on your database, how much you need to clean it, you would clean your data after connecting. So for example, if you have duplicate values or NA values that you would need to get rid of, you would do that. And that type of cleaning in Power BI would be in another video. So right now we just have this connected and we're ready to start building our dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead here on the top left, it says close and apply. I'll click that. And it says close and apply again, and click that. It will take you to this blank canvas. And then here on the right side, you'll see visualizations. And this is where you're going to build your visuals. You have stacked bar chart, stacked column chart, clustered bar chart, clustered column chart. So there's all kinds of different ones. There's even the pie chart. So for example, if I want pie chart, I would just double click that and it goes onto your canvas. So you can see it's in a box, but if I click outside of it, it's non-selected. So make sure it's selected when you do any kind of editing to your visuals. So once you have a visual here, you'll have a data tab open up. This is your data set. So public store performance database table. So if you expand that, you'll see all of the columns. So now you can click on these columns to select, like say net sales. And you see that the visual changes because you have it selected. And you want it by say state or region. Let's do region. So now you have sales by region. So we'll build more of this in the next video. I just wanted to show you kind of how it works. So this is how to connect PostgreSQL to Power BI. In the next video, we will start creating the dashboard from the data that we pulled in from our database in PostgreSQL. If this video was helpful, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.